This was probably the worst, most disgusting, putrid, rancid, terrifying, violating experience of my entire life.
In May 2022, a major incident affected Misfits member McCreamy. On the 22nd, his YouTube channel was hacked by a crypto scam account known as Tesla Live, which wiped all of his videos. Within just a few days, McCreamy lost 80,000 subscribers, leading to significant strain on him mentally. YouTube initially terminated his account following the hack, but later reinstated it. McCreamy then made a video talking about the situation.
You see these bags under my eyes? They're not from Fortnite. They're not from staying up past my bedtime playing video games. They're actually from the amount of stress that I've been through and the lack of sleep that I've had the past few days. I haven't slept in God knows how long. And this was probably the worst, most disgusting, putrid, rancid, terrifying, violating experience of my entire life.
Although McCreamy eventually regained access to his channel, the situation caused overwhelming stress, leading him to take a short break from creating content. Despite facing multiple controversies over the past year, the Misfits continued uploading content as usual. However, their podcast began to lose traction. A major factor was the COVID-19 pandemic throughout 2020 and 2021, which forced everyone into isolation. Prior to the pandemic, the group regularly participated in events organized by their manager Ryan P, giving them plenty to talk about on the podcast. With lockdowns in place, they struggled to find engaging topics. Although they were obligated to release weekly episodes under a deal with Spotify, once that agreement ended, the Misfits decided to take a break from the podcast.
You know, the podcast, it's not quite what it used to be. You know, we've sort of been on this weekly schedule with our Spotify contract, which has now ended. But you know, once the contract ended, once we'd fulfilled all the episodes we had to do, we thought, all right, let's take a few weeks off. Let's think about what we want the Misfits and the podcast to be going forward, and then let's talk about it in an episode like this. The unfortunate thing about being under contract was that even when we didn't have anything to talk about, which was a lot of the time throughout this COVID period,